Hello everyone आणि नमस्कार. This is Dr. Sudarshan Sambajirao Pedge, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Kailaswasi Rasika Mahavidyalaya Devani, your zoology companion, and welcome to my lecture. In the last lecture, we also studied the natural fats and oils or triglycerides, as well as the types of triglyceride also study, the saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acids, and again one more type of simple protein, simple lipids, that is the waxes. Okay, so today we learn about next topic of our syllabus, that is the second type of lipids, that is the compound lipids. Okay, so let's get started today's lecture. Compound lipids is like a simple lipids, okay, because there are also esters of fatty acids and other hydroxy compound, okay, but they are united with other phosphoric acid as well as sugar as well as sulfolipid and lipoproteins also. Okay, it means the addition of another molecules or another atom, that is the phosphoric acid, sugar, sulfolipids and lipoproteins also. Okay, the compound lipids have been classified on the basis of nature of these additional four groups, such as first one is the phospholipid, second one is the glycolipids, third one is the lipoprotein, and fourth one is the sulfoproteins. Okay, the first is the phospholipid. It contains fatty acid glycerol, phosphoric acid and nitrogenous base in their composition. You have seen here two structure in the first. In the first structure, two fatty acid is there and one phosphate group. Okay, that is the phosphoric group. The structure is a phosphoric acid structure. Okay, and another second structure you see here, two sterile and oleyl group. Okay, that is the fatty acids. Okay, two sterile, one sterile and one oleyl group. Okay, that is, these are the two fatty acids. Okay, two fatty acids and one phosphate group as well as one nitrogen group or choline group also. Okay, that is the one particular structure of the phospholipid. Okay, it means the phospholipids contain two fatty acid or esters of fatty acids, addition of phosphate group as well as nitrogen group also. Okay, that is it contains the fatty acid glycerol, phosphoric acid and a nitrogenous base. That is the composition of phospholipids. Okay, we know very well the phospholipids are always present in the animal cell membrane. Okay, animal cell membrane, it is the ones the phospholipids are found, where they are responsible for the selective membrane. Okay, okay, animal cell membrane we have seen the phospholipid, and it is responsible for the selective membrane also. Okay, according to the number of phosphorus and nitrogen atoms, okay, it divide two types. Okay, first one is the monoamino monophosphatides, and second one is the diamino monophosphatides. Okay, so see one by one. First is the monoamino monophosphatides. Okay, it contains one nitrogen and one phosphate group in the structure. You have seen here. Okay, that is the common example of monoamino monophosphatides are lecithin and cephalin. You have seen here the lecithin is the most common phosphate present in the plants and animals. Okay, lecithin is the one particular most common phospholipids. Okay, and they present in the plants as well as animals also. Okay, you have seen here lecithin structure. It contains two fatty acids, that is the steryl group or polyl group. Okay, this is the two fatty acid and another one phosphate group as well as one choline group, that is the nitrogen group. Okay, that is the one particular structure of lecithin. Okay, another one is the cephalin. Cephalin are almost similar, but instead of choline group it contain amino ethanol group. Okay, you have seen here the amino ethanol group is present, okay, in the cephalin group. Okay, this is the monoamino phosphatides. Okay, in that is the lecithin as well as cephalin. Cephalin is the example of monoamino monophosphatides. Second one is the diamino monophosphatides. Okay, in the diamino monophosphatides it contain two nitrogen and one phosphate group in their composition. Okay, two nitrogen and one phosphate group in their composition. Okay, in that sphingomyelins are made up of long chain alcohol sphingosines. Okay, sphingomyelins, it is the one particular examples of diamino monophosphatides. Okay, and that sphingomyelins are made up of long chain alcohol sphingosine. Okay, in the phospholipids are occur in every living cell. Okay, phospholipids occur in every living cell as well as nervous tissue contains the greatest abundance. Okay, but in the liver, muscles, bile salts and egg yolk are other rich source of phospholipids also. Okay, and sphingomyelin is more abundantly found in brain, nerves and myelin sheath. Okay, second type is the glycolipids. The compound lipids which contains a carbohydrate radical, that is galactose, are termed as glycolipids or cerebrosides. Okay, in the cerebrosides basically consist of nitrogen base, dihydroxyalcohol, a long chain fatty acids and sugar. You have seen the structure, and that structure consists of nitrogen base as well as dihydroxyalcohol, a long chain fatty acids with sugar. Okay, in the glycolipids are occur in the brain, adrenals, spleen, liver, kidneys, egg yolk and fish sperm. Okay, the glycolipids found in these organs. Okay, another next third lipids is the lipoproteins. Okay, Lipoproteins are composed of lipid materials bound with proteins. Okay. It is bound with the proteins. That's we call it as that is the lipoproteins. And the glycolipids is the it is bound with the sugar molecule. That's we call it as glycolipids. And in the lipoproteins are composed of lipid materials bound with the proteins. Okay. So lipid component is usually phospholipids or cholesterol esters, and the lipoproteins are the important compound, okay, of the cell membrane, and their special structure of is responsible for the active permeability of the cell membrane, okay, as well as they also play a role in a electron transport system of mitochondria, okay, and the lipoproteins generally found in recently in the plasma also, okay. That is the lipoproteins, okay. That is the third type of lipids, that is the compound lipid. Another fourth one is the sulfolipids, okay. These are similar to cerebrosides, except that in a place of sugar, sulfuric acid present in the molecule, okay, in the form of cerebronic acid, okay. If you compare the cerebrosides, means that is the cerebrosides here present here, that is the glycolipids, okay, similar structure but absence of sugar molecule in the sulfolipids, okay. In the sulfolipids present in the sulfuric acid, and in the glycolipids cerebrosides present in the sugar molecule, okay. That is the main and important difference between these two, okay. So today we completed the compound lipids, okay. So in the compound lipids we have seen today, that is the types of compound lipids. That is the first is the phospholipid, second one is the glycolipids, and third one is the lipoproteins, as well as fourth one is the sulfoproteins, okay. Lipoproteins and sulfoproteins, okay. And in the phospholipids we have seen that is the monoamino monophosphatides as well as diamino monophosphatides, okay. And structure also, okay, as well as glycolipids so studied today, and another third one is the lipoprotein, last fourth one is the sulfolipids we have completed today. So thank you very much all of you.